Hey guys, Fire here from InDepth Gaming, bringing you another game review. This time we're checking out Protocol. This game was developed by Fair Games, published by Samus Tai Limited, and releases on April 30th, 2021 for a price of $20.99. Now at the time of recording this, the game is on sale, so if you do watch this video prior to release, you can save about 20% and pick the game up for $16.79. We're not quite sure if that price will still be available once the game does release, so if it is something you want to pick up, I would encourage you pick it up when you see this video prior to release. So what is Protocol? Protocol is, in its simplest form, a puzzle game that punishes you for failure. You have to follow a strict parameter and protocols to complete all your objectives, and while you're playing, if you violate any of the protocols from what the game wants you to do, it will kill you by nuclearly exploding the entire facility. You're on kind of a base on an entirely different planet, and I guess you have traveled a pretty lengthy amount of time, I'd have to say, while you're trying to figure out really what you can do to see if maybe like civilization could survive on this planet. Not quite sure, but along the way you're going to run into alien life forms. There's no real way to tell from your character, at least when you're starting out, if you're alone on this facility, if there's other creatures, and ultimately everything really wants to try to kill you that kind of is here. Your first kind of encounter is going to be this little alien guy that you'll see here in a few moments when we walk into the room. I'm not really going to progress through any of the puzzles in this game. I want you to be able to figure those out for yourself. They're pretty challenging. The game is very unforgiving in a way when it comes to explaining how to do a lot of the puzzles. You kind of got to figure a lot of the things out on your own, which is quite nice, but at the same time, I think the beginning of the game could have a little bit of a learning curve with explaining controls. I think the game, it's fun for what it is, but it can be quite frustrating when you're trying to really figure out what to do. Now, speaking of the alien, this is kind of the first creature you're going to encounter a little ways into the game. I think we're in Chapter 2 for this footage. That's going to let you kind of interact with, and you're going to have to kind of dissect them, and then you'll deal with some body part stuff. And part of the whole explaining and navigating, you have to figure out a lot of things on your own. So if you get to this point and can't figure out where the boxes are to put the organs, spoiler alert, they're hidden up here on this shelf. You kind of got to figure it out because not everything really tells you what to do, so you're going to do a lot of trial and error. The game does have a funny comical aspect between you and the AI. The AI is trying to use your personality and emotions to help build you a companion. Ultimately, you kind of joined this research facility space endeavor, however you want to call it, to escape kind of your ex-wife, but the game decides to build you an digital ex-wife copy because it feels like that's your best emotional support aspect to the game. So this character here is actually your ex-wife. So it is quite comical and funny. Overall, visually, this game looks amazing. It is done really well. I love the art styles. All the rooms feel quite unique as you go in and out of different areas. The audio atmosphere feels great. You really do feel engaged. You feel like you're kind of alone on a planet and there's really nothing else you can do but be by yourself. Overall, though, the thing that I do hate the most is I think the controls are a bit clunky. I would like to see them maybe smooth them out or add a little more, you know, options into like the settings with kind of controlling things. There's not really a lot you can do, whether it is like seeing what certain buttons do. You can adjust the sensitivity and invert things, and that's honestly about it. So maybe they'll do an update at some point to kind of flush that out a little bit. If you're looking for a quick, easy completion, this is not the game for you. There are achievements for finding every single protocol you can violate in the game, as well as there are achievements for beating the entire game, violating no protocols whatsoever, and then a ton of miscellaneous achievements all throughout. Overall, though, if I have to give this game any type of a rating, I feel like this game is a solid 7.5 to 8, somewhere in that range. I think it's a great game. I'd love to see it maybe around the $15 to $16 price point. I feel like when you start to creep above 20, you're kind of looking for a little more than just one kind of flatlined experience, and the game takes place over, I believe, about 6 different chapters. Overall, though, it is a great game and definitely enjoyable. If you are looking for something new to pick up, you enjoy puzzle, space kind of games like that, maybe give Protocol a shot. If you have any questions, as always, let us know down in the comments. If you want to see more gameplay or potential solutions to the different chapters, let us know as well. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day, and if you haven't already, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It allows us to continue bringing content and gameplay previews, reviews, and everything alike to you guys. I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you next time.